Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Full Throttle Finance, a financial literacy podcast geared towards dissecting complex financial topics into fun, relatable discussions. I am Felicia, and I am your CEO at Clean Bee Consulting, and with me is Allison, who is our senior bookkeeper. Together, we focus on revving up the financial foundations for athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders in business, regardless if you're operating from an established program already or if you are just getting started. We are here to help you make small shifts that drive better financial performance.
Thank you, Felicia. In our last episode, we dove into budgeting strategies for a race season, including how to prepare for unexpected expenses. We shared insights on learning from previous race seasons and even your competitors to gain that edge next time. We also discussed the profit first method and how it can help you manage your money more effectively. We go into more depth about both of these impactful topics in our course, Revving Up for Financial Success, packed with downloadable resources to support your next racing season or small business endeavors. Today, we're going to discuss why regular financial reviews, whether monthly or quarterly, are a game changer for your growing program. We'll look at how these quick check-ins can keep your finances healthy and drive you towards your revenue goals. Felicia, let's start with the basics. Why are monthly and quarterly financial reviews crucial for a small business?
Well, Allison, they definitely help manage expectations. When you consistently check your books, you can catch any unusual spikes or dips in your income and your expenses, which help you identify new opportunities and helps you address problems before they start spiraling out of control. Cash flow is the fuel for every single business. Monthly or quarterly reviews can give you the chance to see exactly where money's coming in and where your money is going out. If there is a leak in your budget, you're going to catch it faster if you have these frequent check-ins rather than waiting until you're nearly out of cash or maybe already out of cash. So for our motorsport listeners out there, you can think of this a lot like a debrief that maybe team management might have with a driver or a rider after a race occurs. The crew is going to sit down and analyze data from the race. They're going to find things that really worked for them. They're also going to discuss things that didn't work well and what some possible resolutions might be for those issues. Everyone's going to agree on changes. They'll implement them, and then they'll monitor those changes to make sure that they're resulting the way that they wanted them to the next time that they go around the track. This is no different than how you should track your finances. They run hand in hand together if you're running a race program. Get yourself a solid bookkeeper like us who is going to manage your finances in real time and agree upon a date and a frequency to review those reports. Actually sit down, have these tough money conversations. You simply put, don't know what you don't.
I love that analogy, Felicia. And this could seem like a cumbersome task to some business owners already taking on the world, but these debriefs are very necessary if they want to grow their programs. Monthly reviews give more frequent snapshots, which can be great for tight cash flow management or business experiencing rapid changes. Quarterly reviews work well if your revenue and expenses are relatively stable, but even if you prefer a quarterly rhythm, don't skip the monthly basics like categorizing transactions and reconciling accounts, which is exactly what we do for our clients. A big reason why our clients love us backing them is because we keep track of their books for them in real time. If they're thinking about hiring a new crew member or investing in new equipment, we can help them make those decisions more rapidly and with confidence. Sometimes it's even strategic, like you need to spend money or you're going to have big tax bill at the end of the year. So if you ever need financing or investor backing, having a well-organized monthly or quarterly financial statement takes a lot of the stress out of the process. Plus, you look like you have your shit together. So
It's a big one.
I'm saying. So Felicia, if you're hiring someone to handle your monthly financial reviews or doing them yourself, what specific tasks would you say are most important?
Well, Allison, for starters, I'd say make sure that every single business transaction is recorded in your financial system. We typically call this categorizing transactions in the accounting world. What it means is you're actually going through all of your business accounts and you're correctly identifying exactly what all of those incomes and all of those expenses were. In lamest terms, you're taking your charges at the gas station and you're marking them as fuel. You're taking your McDonald's and your travel meals and you're marking them as meals. You're taking your Delta, your American Air, and your United transactions and you're marking them as travel. That's what we mean when we talk about categorizing transactions. So once you have all of the data categorized, then you need to reconcile each of your business accounts. Reconciling in the accounting world essentially means tying your balance to a source document. Your loan or your bank statement is a great example of what a source document is. It tells you what the starting balance was, tells you all the activity that happened throughout the month, and it tells you what your ending balance should be. That's what you reconcile to. You tie to that data. Reconciling is super, super, super important because it alerts you to maybe duplicated data that you have in your system. And it also will alert you to transactions that you might be missing in your financial records. So it's a very, very, very critical step in the review process. It's the check that ensures that the data you're making decisions off of is integral. It's intact. It's true. It's made with accurate information. I'd also make sure that every account on the balance sheet gets reconciled. That means your bank accounts, credit cards, your loans, and other asset accounts like prepaid expenses, accounts receivable, also liability accounts, like payroll clearing, pass-through taxes, and your accounts payable. It is best practice to tie every single balance on your balance sheet out to an external source because that's the statement that generates the overall picture of your financial standing. So when a bank or when an investor or when a potential sponsor asks you about a balance on your financial records, you need to make sure that it's something you can explain what it is. We also review profit and loss statements by months with at least 6 months of data. So you can see what I call our peaks and valleys or the spikes and the dips in your data. If your data flatlines, it's consistent across the board. That's ideal. That's expected. That's what we want. We want to see that consistent flow of money. If you have these peaks and you have these dips in your income and in your expenses, you want to know why. Like, was it expected? Was it unexpected? Is it something that could have been prevented? Do we need to change our current processes to accommodate for something? Does the budget need to be revisited? These are all of the types of questions that start churning in our brains when we start to analyze our client data for them. And we use all of this data to check in with goals and realign as needed throughout the year. When you get in the habit of performing these debriefs on a very regular basis, this manages everyone's expectations and ensures that there are no hidden surprises.
So, wow, Felicia, that was a lot. And I feel like, somebody listening, they're going to be like, that's a lot. It is even for us, that's why we are hired on to do this. We are doing this monthly. We get all the practice of doing that. So, I think if you're looking at talking about your financial check-ins and doing yours efficiently, do you want to tell the audience how we manage client workflows internally?
Sure, Allison. First of all, let me start by saying this is what we do with our clients and it's what works for us, but it might not be the right fit for everyone. And that's why we customize the services that we provide each of our clients. We set a due date for the beginning of every single month to wrap up the details from the prior month because we take care of our clients' bank feeds on a weekly basis throughout the month so that they can manage their cash flow week to week. They have like a general idea. Just at the end or at the beginning of the following month, we come in and we do a sweep, right? And then we customize this financial report package for our clients so that they can see their financial reports and things like their aging payables and their aging receivables. If they want specific reports for one-off projects or specific metrics for their business model, then we include those reports and those metrics in our packets for our clients. We also compile a list of notes and open items that we want to discuss with our clients and some suggestions for enhancements or conflict resolutions that we developed while we were reviewing the prior period's data. And then I think this is the biggest part is that everyone receives information differently. So how we present this financial data to each of our clients also varies. Some clients prefer us to have a video walkthrough of their reports. This allows them to sit down on their own time, digest the information, gather their thoughts, gather their questions, and then we schedule a follow-up meeting afterwards to go over everything. Other clients actually want to work with us with their financial reporting system. So we'll schedule a virtual co-working session with them to go over everything in real time with them. We put together the best package for each client that's within their budget.
And Felicia, I think you explained that perfectly. I love how you emphasize that there's no one size fits all approach, especially when every client's brains works differently. Like we mentioned a couple episodes ago, we collaborate with all kinds of thinkers and adapt our methods to suit each person's style. Whether it's a video walkthrough or a live co-working session, we want to make sure that our clients truly understand their numbers and feel comfortable about their next steps. And this all goes back to the shifting your mindset too. Try not to make this a daunting thing that you have to do. This should be something you're excited to see at the end of each month. And try to set small goals. Maybe you're able to budget in new gear without taking any money from your savings account. Then you see your progress and hard work pay off at the end of the month. This will help you create a positive mindset around reviewing your financials.
You're so right, Allison. We talk about this concept of shifting the mindset a bunch in our course, Revving Up for Financial Success. It costs $125. You have lifetime access, all the updates that will last over the course for life, you get access to. And it really does lay a solid financial foundation for generating, reading, and familiarizing programs with various financial reports while simultaneously building on those higher level skill sets like budgeting and strategizing the money management. It's got over 1 hour of consulting content and multiple downloadable tools and cheat sheets that are included. And it's all tailored to the motorsport industry. Like we literally made this for you guys so that we can make this information more digestible. To learn more and to enroll in our Move at Your Own Pace course, Revving Up for Financial Success, please visit our website at cleanbeatconsulting.com/full throttle finance. That's CLEANBEE consulting.com/full throttle finance. And that's going to do it for this week's episode. We appreciate you tuning in and taking steps to strengthen your financial foundations. If you found today's insights valuable, be sure to subscribe and join us next week as we continue to break down finance with a motorsport twist. We'll see you next Friday.